Welcome everybody to tonight's Division III Central Mass girls final basketball game between the Susies of Sutton and the Tigers of Littleton, Mass. And Mike, if it wasn't for some last-second heroics, I understand, we may be watching Sutton playing somebody else tonight.
Exactly. The Tigers with an unbelievably dramatic victory on Tuesday night. Aaron Dory, the senior leader and captain of this team, and not just a captain, the leader in every which way, proved how much of a leader she was. She threw in a 35-foot running shot at the buzzer. The Tigers were down one at the time, and she canned it on the buzzer to send them into this game. So the Tigers riding a big wave of emotion and momentum. We'll see if they can keep it going against a very good Sutton Susie's team.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup today. Tonight, Sutton's won their last two playoff games by a combined 5 points, and I think Littleton's won their last two playoff games by under 10 points as well total. So I would expect another close matchup today.
It was a big defensive matchup the other night, and I expect the same thing tonight. The Tigers control the tip. Susies, are in a man-to-man defense. Good post feed to Sarah Smith. Good feed, couldn't make the basket, but good action there by the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers going to have to make some baskets tonight. You know, the number that sticks out for me, Mike, is I look at Sutton's statistics, and they're only giving up 30 points a game.
Yeah, very similar to what Millbury was like the other night, and they really made it hard for Littleton, and they were really focused on taking Sarah Smith away, and they did a good job of it. But Aaron Dory responded with 19, a game high, including those last three that were the ones they really needed. Good hit there by number 34, Juliana Mulligan for Sutton. Good defense by the Tigers. They got the shot clock well under 10, but the Susies score on their first possession, 2-0.
I think we'll be calling a lot of different names for Sutton. They don't have a big scorer. They've got one scorer that's over in double digits, and then after that it drops off to 3 or 4 scorers that are in that 9 to 7 range. So we'll probably see a lot of different people shooting for Sutton tonight.
Again, a good low post feed to Sarah. She couldn't convert it, but that's twice now that Sutton has decided to play behind her and allow the catch on the block, which is a good sign for Littleton. Little flex action there coming off the cut from the weak side, and the Susie scored for the second possession in a row. They'll take a 4-0 lead.
Still playing behind Sarah Smith.
Got 10 on the shot clock. Goulgrup's going to force up a one-handed hook shot. Oh, good hustle and a foul. Good hustle there by Sarah Smith, staying with the play. She covered a lot of ground to get that offensive rebound and drew a crucial foul there.
So in a game like this, Mike, you know, Sarah Smith 16 plus a game. Aaron Dory's probably another 14. You're getting 30 points out of those two players. But then, you know, it's going to take, it feels to me like it's going to take 1 or 2 other players to step up and make some baskets tonight. I think if they can get, you know, in that 20 range at halftime, they should be in good shape.
Smith misses the front end. Cans the second one, so the Tigers on the board, 4-1 Susies with 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers looking to get their first stop here. Susie scoring on their first 2 possessions.
Littleton in a 1-3-1 extended zone.
First miss by the Susies, taken down by Liz Portante, who's getting the start tonight, Pat. Lindsay Scarangella, another senior who's hurt and won't play tonight.
Yeah, Liz is going to have to step up. It's good to see her get a start here, and she looks like she's ready to go. Get her to play rebound and play defense, and everything else will just happen.
Pulled through by Hannah Gouldrup, got her shot blocked. Sutton's pushing it up. Nobody's stopping the ball. Oh, fumbled. Yeah, number 23, Victoria Demers there, picking up that loose ball, scoring for the Sutton.
Yeah, Victoria's she's their one scorer that's in double digits.
Oh, turnover there by the Tigers. So after that 1-3-1 look, the Tigers back into man-to-man here in transition.
See if they can get settled in here. I think a little nerves early on.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting a good look, and they haven't made a field goal yet. Mimi Pyram's going to pull from deep. They're going to call over the back on Sarah Smith. Delayed call there, too. They waited till well after she had her hand on the ball. It was a long rebound. It looked like even though there was position between her and the defender, the ball came far enough out to give her a chance to take it, but the ref disagreed. They're going to have to be careful about foul trouble tonight with Scarangella. Their depth, which wasn't great to begin with, is even more limited now. That's a two-pointer, toes on the line, but that's an 8-1 run here to open the game. Coach Hastings is going to take a timeout with 3:57, just a little over halfway through the first quarter, and it's 8-1 Sutton.
You know, Mike, it didn't seem to me that it was a horrible start. I know it's 8-1 now. They got a couple of early, really good looks, which is, I think, what they need. They seem to be getting after the boards a little bit here. I like that rebound by Sarah Smith, even though it was called for foul. I think Rick's just going to call a timeout here and try to get them to settle down, maybe even catch their breath. You know, these games start, the emotions running high, and hard to get settled in. So this is a good place for a timeout. Yeah,
I agree with you. They did get the two good post feeds on the opening two possessions to Sarah. She wasn't able to convert, but it was good action. And they've struggled to get a decent look since then. So I think he's just going to make sure that they continue to run their offense, stay with the game plan that they have in place. And you're right, it's only 8-1. There's no need to panic. But they just got to get a couple of baskets and a couple of stops. Sutton so far really shooting the ball well. It's not as if the Tigers gave up one layup on a cut across from the weak side, but the rest of it's just been good shooting by Sutton. So hopefully they can, that'll slow down a little bit. The Tigers can get on track offensively and get themselves back in the ballgame. It was a similar start the other night. They were down early and actually trailed the entire first half, and then but kept it close and didn't let it get out of reach by any stretch of the imagination, and ultimately got back in the game and took the lead a couple different times in the second half before pulling out the victory. Sutton's in his zone here coming out of the timeout. No, it actually is man-to-man.
That's a nice pass. Post feed. Nice post feed. Great rebound by Mimi.
Oh, good hustle there by Mimi. That's a big basket there. 8-3 Tigers. Great post feed. And Sarah just barely missed it, but it came off to Mimi, who cleaned it up. Oh, nice rebound there by Sarah. She really went up and got that one. Tigers trying to get a little run here. Oh, good job there. Erin Dory feeling like the defender was off balance and just really wasn't trying to make the basket there, Pat. Just felt like she could get the contact and draw the foul.
Yeah, I like the way she's attacking the basket, forcing stuff down low, forcing people to come out. She's doing a nice job of dumping that into Sarah Smith here. I think this is going to be a big part of the game. Keep pushing the ball at them. It looks to me like Littleton has a size advantage here as well. So, you know, the other thing, too, is when the ball does go up, they're really getting after Sarah Smith on the box out. So everybody else is going to crash. And you saw that the last time down. Mimi Pyram with a great rebound and put back there. I think it's going to be a lot of opportunities for other people to grab offensive rebounds here.
So Erin Dory makes 1 of 2 to cut the lead to 8-4 here. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Nice rebound by Liz Portante. She's going to need to do a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, big advantage, size advantage, Pat, number 14 for, oh, there you go. Good job there. They brought number 14 in off the bench, Catherine Smith, who's a senior, but she's given up at least 3 or 4 inches to Sarah. Great post feed. She didn't make the basket, but she did draw the foul.
Early on, I'm sensing the trend in the foul shooting here. Hopefully that'll change.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the size advantage and you know you can draw fouls, that's all well and good, but you got to convert the free throws to make it worthwhile. Oh, good hustle by Kayla Wilson right off of the bench. Gets an offensive rebound on the second miss. Kicks it out to Dory, who catches the 3. Oh, great hustle by the sophomore, making an immediate impact, ready to play, coming off the bench.
That is that's just killer if you're Sutton. You know, you're busting, you're missing.
Mimi Pyram with a steal, pushing it up.
Right at it.
Can't convert. Good run there by Liz Portante, but couldn't get the offensive rebound. Tigers back in transition. Good job there pursuing. So after an 8-1 start for Sutton, the Tigers have made a 6-0 run. Oh, Sarah Smith with a great steal. Oh, couldn't quite corral it before stepping out of bounds. Got to throw it back, and the Tigers weren't ready. But the Tigers on a 6-0 run here to cut it to 8-7 with 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Oh, but the second foul on Smith. Tough one there, challenging, 20 feet away from the basket. Really no need for that.
They're going to have to take Sarah Smith out. I think Emily Barbella's coming into the game, and she wasn't coming in for Sarah Smith, but I imagine she is now.
Yeah, that is a very tough foul for her to give.
Yeah.
Now we'll see how they decide to play, because they have done a good job of getting the ball into the post. Out of bounds off Littleton. So 8-7, a minute 53 seconds ago. A new shot clock effectively here for Sutton after the miss on the offensive rebound.
You know, just a few seconds with Sarah Smith on the bench, and you can see what the advantage they lose on the glass. Littleton's going to have all five get after it on the boards.
Oh, good job there by Portante, rising up into the paint, shutting off the drive. Excellent defense. But again, another offensive rebound. That's what you're talking about, Pat. The guards got to rebound those misses.
It's over the back right there. You know, that's the same foul they called on the other end on Sarah Smith.
Yeah, see who that foul's on. It's on Erin Dory. That's her first, but you can see the problem. 3 missed offensive rebounds. You can see Erin Dory telling the same story you just told, Pat, saying, I believe that was a foul on my teammate a moment ago, and I don't understand why it wouldn't be a foul against them down this end.
Well, if Erin Dory's backing me up, then I'm good.
Exactly.
I think if you coach Hastings, you know, you're just trying to get to the end of this quarter and figure it out. Maybe slow the ball down on offense here a little bit.
So Smith makes 1 of 2 for the Susies. 9-7. Tigers trailing by 2. 1:15 left to go here in the opening quarter. Let's see what the offense looks like without Sarah in there. They have Liz Portante in the high post. Coming up on 10 on the shot clock. Flash by Portante. Good pass to Barbella.
Nice
miss.
Rebound.
Good hustle by. Got to get it up. Oh, what a huge basket there for the Tigers. They shot twice and did not hit the rim and didn't get a shot clock reset. And Portante grabbed the offensive rebound and threw a high banking shot to tie the game at 9. Great sequence there for the Tigers. Oh, good rebound there. That's what you need. Caitlin coming up with a big rebound. The Tigers will get. Oh, good push and another foul. Good job. They're going to call that on the floor.
Yep. So
that will reset the shot clock. The Tigers can decide now if they want 30 seconds on the shot clock, 31.3 on the game clock. They can hold for 1 shot here. Some subs coming in here at the end of the quarter. Number 23, Hannah Gouldrup, and number 14, Shannon Sturts are going to spell Mimi Pyram and Liz Portante.
So offensively, Mike, you know, Littleton's got, they got Erin Dory in the game right now. They got Hannah in the game right now. You know, you've got 20-plus points combined game between those two, so they should be able to get some offense here. No reason to force anything, right?
Yep. Looks like they're going to hold for 1 shot here. Coming up on 15 seconds. Erin will probably start to think about it around 10.
I'd be surprised if she gives this ball up.
Here we go, under 10, 8, 7. Looking for a high screen from Sturts. She rejects it, looking to step back, didn't get it off. Sturts is going to put it down. A hawk went up and doesn't go. So not a great execution there. But like you said, Pat, Coach Hastings has to be reasonably happy with his star player, one of his 2 star players in foul trouble. It is 9-9 at the end of the first quarter. And we'll be back with second quarter action in this district championship game right after these messages on LCTV.
All right, welcome back to the Division III Central Mass Girls Championship game. We're tied up 9-9 at the end of the first quarter. Mike, your thoughts on the first quarter?
So Tigers did a good job. They're tied up. They got to be happy that after being down 8-1, they got on a run and tied it up. Unfortunately, the one real takeaway, Sarah Smith with 2 fouls, although she is out on the floor here to start the second quarter. But she's going to have to play very conservative and very smart. Tigers putting some pressure on to start the second quarter. They will stay in their man-to-man defense. Oh, loose ball there, picked off by Mimi Pyram. Bringing it up, swinging to the other side, Aaron Dory. Oh, great feed by Portante, and they're going to call a push on the floor. But a nice feed by Portante, good position by Sarah Smith. So forcing a turnover in the opening defensive possession, and then getting a good look on the block here with Smith back on the floor.
Yeah, it seems to me, Mike, Sarah's getting a lot of good looks down low, and I haven't seen her play a lot. It seems to me like her shot is just rushed just a little bit, and she has that size advantage, and I think if she just slows it down a tad, she's going to be fine here and start to make some baskets, like right there.
Right, just face the basket and find your target. She did that on a nice roll to the backside there, and the Tigers take their first lead of the game, 11-9 here early in the second quarter.
Oh.
Yeah, good job there by Smith. She wanted to contest and pulled her hands down. Oh, good hustle there by Pyram. No, that can't be a backcourt.
Her foot never made it in the front
Yeah,
court,
her
right?
back, Portante's back foot never got into the forecourt.
It's a good point, Mike. I don't know if people know it, but all 3 points need to get into the front court for it to be backcourt. So you've got to have both feet over, and the ball needs to make it over into the front court.
Yeah, I don't think that was a backcourt at all because that back foot never made it to the forecourt.
Right.
Oh, good stuff there by Aaron Dory.
Here she's
On the
running.
push. Fading away, doesn't get it. Good hustle. Oh, Pyram almost, they got one deep. Pyram almost had the offensive rebound. Oh, good hustle by Portante, going to cut that off. Yeah, this is the problem for Smith. She can't really defend. Got caught with the unbalanced floor, and a good pull through there by Sutton. Ties the game at 11.
Now that's all right. You just live with those, right? When they get the advantage like that, just let it go and come back and score the other way.
Turnaround jumper, goes good right from the foul. She's inside the foul line. She took her time that time, got her eyes to the target, and spun one in. So the Tigers back in front, 13-11.
Nice kick
Another
out.
jumper by Sutton, that's off. Good box here by Portante, that's off. Ooh. Hard to see from this angle. Oh yeah, he missed, yeah, good, all right. He meant my other left.
We don't care what you call it, just get it right. Take your time, right?
So we talked about Sutton hit some jumpers early, but they've cooled off a little bit, and the Tigers made that run to get back in the game and now have the lead 13-11. Under 6 minutes to go, 5:45. High post feed.
Little two-man game here. They want to get Smith down on the post again. There it is. Nice entry pass.
Oh, there you go. That's what you're looking for, that good step-through move. She didn't get it, but that's a better move than she's been making. Face the basket and get a look at it. Another jumper by Sutton, doesn't go. Rebound by Smith.
3 rebounds.
Step back by Dory, goes!
Everybody's Steph Curry these days.
16-11, Tigers, the biggest lead of the game. Dory with her second three-pointer of the night. Another jump shot by is going to sail. Oh, slips. Yeah, tough one. Portante trying to box, and the swim move on the backside by number 33 for the Susies, Natalie Fraioli. If that ball had actually hit the rim, Littleton would have been much better off. 16-13.
Yeah, I think Portante played that really well. What are you going to do? You're going to throw up an air ball, and they catch it under the rim.
A little too much air under that ball from Dory to Smith, and it's a turnover. So after staking themselves to a 5-point lead, they give up a quick basket and a turnover.
of bounds.
Yeah.
So, Mike, right before that last basket for Sutton, I was actually going to make the comment that Littleton has really settled in on the defensive end, and I love the fact that even though Sutton's getting good looks and they're missing, they're only getting one look, they're only getting one shot, and we're clearing the boards. And I think that's going to be a huge key to this game. If they continue to rebound the way that they're rebounding, they should have a good chance at this game.
Yeah, I would think, though, at some point that Coach Hayes is going to think about getting Sarah Smith out of the game for at least a couple more minutes and try to get to the half with just the two, especially with a lead. Let's see what happens if they can score again and get up to around 5. Smith with a long jumper off the bait foul line. No good, but Hannah Gouldrup grabs the long rebound. Oh, tipped. Yeah. She tried to pretend she didn't do it, but the ref wasn't having any of it. So that will be Tigers ball with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Caitlin Wilson coming in to give Hannah Gouldrup a break. Wilson with a big offensive rebound and a kick out to Dory for a three-pointer in the first quarter. Tough pass there. So a turnover.
Yeah. You can see Sarah Smith coming down with her hands up saying, I want the ball up here. Nobody's going to take it from me up here.
Not on my shoelaces. All right, so Tigers with a 3-point lead, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. That's a two-pointer by Sutton, so after missing a few jumpers in a row, finally get one to go, and Natalie Fraioli for the last 5 points for Sutton. Tiger lead, which was 5, down to 1. Good face there by Smith, gets a bounce off the back rim, doesn't go. Oh, good hustle there. Good hustle was Caitlin Wilson again, fighting for position, and she tipped that ball, and it went into Liz Portante's hands, and Portante got fouled going back up and will go to the line for 2. So Caitlin Wilson getting on the glass there. She's not really what I would call a forward. She's more like a guard, but very athletic and very active tonight coming off the bench.
Boy, Mike, you and I have coached enough to know that when we get players like that, you love them, and you can't keep them off the floor. She's in there keeping things alive, doing what she can. I mean, just getting a couple of fingers on that ball keeps that ball alive, and leads to at least one free throw, maybe 2 here from Portante. But you see a kid out there just doing everything they can. It's tough to take them out.
We got a lane violation there on Littleton. It was a miss anyway. So 1 free throw for Portante. The Tigers lead 17-15 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds here to go in the half.
Nice rebound.
Yeah, good rip there too. They're trying to tie her up, and Erin Dory took it away.
Littleton looked very, very quick on the defensive end there, getting to the ball, shutting everything down.
Oh, great pick and roll there, action. Oh, great play by the 2 best players on the floor for Littleton. The good roll by Smith when she saw her defender slide to give help on Dory's drive, and Dory throwing it before Smith even came open, and Smith converting. Great basketball play.
An easy game, Mike, huh?
Yeah, you play it right, it is. Oh, they're going to call a block on Smith. That's her 3rd foul. For the Tigers with a 4-point lead, and Smith picking up her 3rd foul with 2:28 to go here. That'll probably finish the half for her.
I don't know, Mike. We are doing this game for Littleton, obviously, but it seemed to me like she was pretty well planted there.
It would have been easy enough to think about just letting that one go. And that'll bring Hannah Gouldrup will come in off the bench, back in off the bench. So it'll be Gouldrup, Portante, and Erin Dory in the front court with Mimi Pyram and Caitlin Wilson in the back court. Sutton makes 1 of 2, so the Tigers lead by 3 here.
I think Sutton's probably going to try to push this defensive pressure a little bit, force the game, not let Littleton stay back and run time off the clock.
Oh, good dump down. Good dump down by Mimi Pyram on the drive. Again, she saw the help coming and just slipped a little bounce pass in there. Portante was ready for it and got fouled, so she goes back to the line. Well, they call a one-on-one on that? So they're actually going to call one-on-one. They're going to say she was not in the act of shooting, but she will get the bonus here. So if she misses this, the ball is live. Oh, good hustle here by Gouldrup. Trying to stay with it. Gets it over to Dory. The Tigers will bring it out. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. New possession. Wilson on the drive. She got pushed. You could see the ref on the sideline was going to call the push, decided to let it go, but then the guy underneath the basket saw the foot slide. Well, at that point, you got to call the foul. Yeah, the ref on the sideline had his hand halfway up in the air to call the foul.
Coach Hastings is not happy. He's giving him an earful here.
Picked off by Dory. Ball don't lie. Here we go. Pushing it. Trying to shovel it to Pyram. Gouldrup's going to put it down and get a hand check there, so she'll go to the line. So tough call there on the other end, but the immediate turnover gets the ball back, so I guess no harm, no foul. And then Gouldrup with a good pull-through gets to the line. She has not scored yet, Pat. You talked about where they might be able to find some extra offense, and Hannah's certainly capable. Let's see if she can convert here. Oh, deep.
Littleton's just struggling from the line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they could easily have a 6 or 7 point lead here if they were canning those. And they've had their shooters at the line. They've had Dory Smith and Gouldrup at the line.
So, you know, going into the halftime here, I know there's still a minute 36 left and Littleton's up by 3, but, you know, if I'm Coach Hastings, what I'm thinking in my head maybe is we're not playing very well and we're still, you know, well into this ball game, right? We're even up 3.
Right. You talked about how, you know, if they could get into the 20s at the half, that would be above the points a game against average that Sutton has been giving up, and that would be a good sign in terms of the ultimate the outcome at the end of the game. And they're at 19, so one more basket here. They're going to get a couple more possessions. They are in the bonus, so they've got a chance to attack and really put the pressure on Sutton and get into that, you know, low 20 range would be terrific, even with the foul trouble by Smith. If they feel like they traded 3 fouls for 22, 23 points, that's probably a deal they'd be willing to make, at least in the short term.
Yep. I think here, both coaches too, this is that point of the game, 136. You don't want the other team to make any big runs. So, you know, Littleton's probably going to try to really settle in here on defense. One shot, maybe slow it down. But if they can steal another basket or 2 here before the end of the half, I think they go into the halftime feeling great.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Sutton thinks about trying to put pressure on a made basket just for that reason, to try to get on a roll and get some momentum going in the locker room and try to get there with the lead, because that would be deflating for the Tigers. Ooh, close to a travel there.
Nice closeout by Caitlin Wilson right there.
Oh, good box here by Portago. Oh, they're going to get an outlet. Mimi Pyram's going to push.
It's a block.
Oh, doesn't make the basket. No call, but again, Wilson with a great hustle. Gets her hands on yet another ball, and that is a held ball situation. That's going to go to Littleton. So 22 seconds on the shot clock, a minute 10 to go, and Wilson with another hustle play.
Mike, if you're Littleton here, do you try to kind of run time off the clock and get one shot down here and give them one possession?
Well, you got 20 to go. They're gonna get a possession. You just want to get a good look, but you definitely don't have to be in a hurry. They've been delivered all night, so I don't think there's any reason for them to play any differently. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Wilson's going to take a hard drive down the right side. Doesn't get a look. Swings it, gets tipped away. Breakout. Dory's back on defense. Step through and a miss, but a foul by Pyram. So 46.7 seconds to go. Got late in the shot clock. Wilson tried to throw across court and it got tipped away by number 23, Victoria Demers, the center for Sutton, with a good step-through move, drawing the foul by Pyram. She'll hit the first. See if they think about pressure here, and that doesn't look like it. They got 3 players back at midcourt. Nobody on only one rebounder on the lane. So Demers makes both. Tigers will bring it up. They're going to have to get a shot off here, run their offense. Sutton will get another possession, barring a turnover and offensive rebound.
Step through.
I'm going to call a block, yeah. Good job there by the senior, drawing contact yet again. See if they can get the foul free throw stroke smoothed out here.
I really like the way every time Erin gets that ball, especially when Sarah's not in the game, she's looking to attack, put that ball up around the rim.
Hits the front end. So this will be 30.7 seconds. Sutton can effectively hold for one last shot. We're going to sub for the shooter here. Megan Bell at the table. Erin Dory with one foul. Coach Hastings figured I can get her out with just the one foul. Makes it full, so that'll bring the sub in off the bench. So Erin Dory with a nice job there getting the 2 points here. So worst case scenario, the Tigers are going to go in tied. Let's see if they can get the stop here on what should be the last possession of the game.
Yeah, I would imagine too if they get the ball back with any sort of time left on the clock. You'll see a timeout and probably Dory getting right back into the game. Maybe get one more basket here, which would be really good for Littleton.
Oh, good jump there by Portante. Good jump in the passing lane.
They're going to let it go here.
Yeah, under 10 seconds. Barbella with the ball over to Gouldrup. Gouldrup's going to put it down. Look to Mimi Pyram's going to make a deep three. The ball got tipped off the back of the rim, and the buzzer sounds. So at the end of the first half in the Division III District Championship game between Littleton and Sutton, the Tigers doing a terrific job getting into the low 20s. 21-18 is your score at the half. Tigers up by 3. We'll be back with the second half of this championship game right after these messages from LCTV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 21-18 at the half of the Central Mass Girls Division III Championship game. Littleton's up on top. And Mike, your thoughts on the first half?
So great start for Littleton overall in terms of they got some good points. They ran their offense. They were getting good post feeds and high percentage shots from Sarah Smith. I thought the defense was very good. They're really just Sutton's only real looks are jump shots. Now they are good shooters and they made enough to stay right here in the ball game. Really, the only things that I wish had the Tigers done a little better was A, make their free throws because they could easily be up 7 or 8, 9 points if they had, and B, manage foul trouble because Sarah Smith has 3 fouls right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think, if you go to the halftime and you're Rick Hastings, you're talking about those things like, hey, we're up 3 points, we haven't particularly shot well, we haven't made our free throws, and you're getting tremendous contributions from Liz Portante, Caitlin Wilson, which is great. I think if you're Sutton, you're pretty happy with your game as well because you're in a close, tight game, and I imagine part of their game plan was to try to get Sarah Smith in foul trouble. So be interested to see how the second half plays out.
Yeah, both teams can feel that the title is well within their reach. Sutton maybe as the #1 seed, feeling like they're playing from behind, which is a little surprising to them, but it's certainly not a huge deficit. Here we go. The Tigers will go on defense to start the second half. Sutton will open on offense. The Tigers with a 3-point lead here, 21-18, starting the second half of this ball game. Sarah Smith back out on the floor with the 3 fouls.
You make a good point about Sutton playing from behind, Mike. I think they were undefeated in the league play, and I think 21-1 overall. So I imagine they weren't behind very much this season.
Deep 3, front rimmed, offensive rebound, and a push there on Erin Dory. That'll be her second foul.
I think the refs are going to let that one go as incidental contact until she hit the floor, which is a good call.
Tigers in a 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play under the basket. Good job by Portante, not letting the, good job there by the defense. Portante doing a nice job at not allowing a hot post situation, and then the ball turned over. Tigers' first offensive possession of the second half. Sarah Smith with a distinct size advantage. Turns and knocks out the first shot. He can get that shot anytime she wants. The help was late coming from the backside, and she spins in about a 12-foot jump shot. Tigers up by 5.
Yeah, she's going to have that one all day. I would be fairly certain that the Sutton coach turned around and told his team anytime she puts a ball on the floor, step in front, try to get a charge. So if she just takes that little turnaround, she'll be fine all night. Nice closeout by Portante there.
Yeah, ball sails. Dory's got the ball. We'll have to see if the Tigers can get up 7 or 9 points. You got to think Coach Hastings is going to try and get Sarah off the floor for a spell.
Like that last rebound that Littleton ripped down. Liz Portante is running the court, and it looks like there's a couple of easy points if they can get the ball ahead to her.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Pyram drives, throws it up left-handed, no good. Ball's tipped around, and it's going to get rebounded by Sutton. They're on the push and transition. Pyram, oh, good read there by Sutton, realizing there was no backside defense. All she had to do was beat Pyram to get to the rim. So that'll cut the lead back down to 3. Good push there by Sutton. Up to Gouldrup, going to pull a jumper, and it goes. A two-pointer. So very confident stroke there early in the shot clock, and she didn't hesitate. Good screen there by Sarah Smith to let Hannah lace it up, and she knocks it out.
I'd like to see her throwing 8 or 10 this half.
Well, that would go a long way towards a victory. Ooh, Smith careful there, almost over the back.
And there were 2 things there I didn't like. I didn't like her even putting token pressure on that shot. Hastings is going to get her out of the game. I like this. Manage the lead when you can here. Try to get her to the 4th quarter with only 3 fouls. You'll be in good shape.
Yeah, try to do some offensive, defensive subbing. So on an inbounds under the basket, a new shot clock, that's a good chance to sub. Having said that, Sutton takes advantage, and Portante gets caught playing behind the center and gives up a basket. So the Tigers up by 3 again. A little pressure there by Sutton, kind of a half-court trap, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Tigers will retain possession. Oh, Dory going to the post. Oh, throws in a right-hand hook shot, jump hook. She's a lefty, and she spins into a right-hand jump hook and nails it. Tigers back up by 5. Foul line jumper, short. Good hustle by Dory, picking up the rebound. Oh, a little pressure there, and that's going to get tied up, and that'll be Tiger basketball. But it will move the arrow to the other side. So Tigers up 5. Sutton bringing some pressure here.
What a great move by Dory down the other end. That was all night she's been going left, and that was a just nice quick release going back to the right hand, little jump hook. That was Cedric Maxwell.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. We're going to call a foul. Erin Dory trying to go into the post. She's got a size advantage on some of the Sutton players, and she's certainly stronger than the rest of all of them. And that time Sutton defending number 34, Juliana Mulligan, pushed a little too hard. And that is her 3rd foul.
Selling her out as well.
Tigers will take the ball out of bounds under the basket with a new shot clock. Oh, good move by Caitlin. Oh, and a lefty runner off the glass, and the Tigers get their biggest lead. And the Sutton head coach, John Doldorian, with a disgusting timeout call.
Mike, I got to tell you, we were hoping somebody would step up, and it seems to be there's no shortage of players stepping up here. Portante, Wilson.
Yeah, you had Hannah Gouldrup hit the jump shot a few minutes ago, and then that was a very aggressive move. Caitlin read it. She saw she had the driving lane, and she didn't hesitate. She knows if it's there to take, she's got to give, even if you miss, just got to give that action. And she made a nice left-handed, she's a right-handed player. She had a nice left-handed shot and banked it, deliberately banked it off the glass, which is a nice old-school style of play. So Caitlin Wilson with a terrific impact off the bench here. The Tigers playing shorthanded. We talked about senior Lindsay Scarangella, who's been starting all year and has been playing and giving a lot of those high-energy plays. Really hasn't made her mark in the scoring column, but has done it in other ways and has been an integral part of the success of the team this year. And the other players realizing that they have to replace not the points, but those types of plays, and they've been doing that. So the Tigers here to have the luxury of keeping Smith on the bench with just the 3 fouls as we get to the almost a halfway point here in the 3rd quarter and a 7-point lead. Oh, the Sutton's getting a little, coming out of a timeout, they force a tough shot. So the Susies starting to feel that pressure a little bit.
You know, Mike, it's tough here. If you're Littleton and you go into halftime, you can talk about things that you need to square away, right? We got to get our foul shots, we got to make our shots. If you're Sutton, it's really tough to say, well, we got to rebound better against a team that's just a bigger, more physical rebounding team. So I don't know where they're going to, find a change for what's going on in this game. The only thing we haven't seen Sutton do is put on full court pressure. And, you know, it feels to me like that's probably the last trick in the bag that they have to try to pull something out, change this momentum, if it keeps going this way.
Right.
There's still a lot of time left.
It's an interesting point because if you're a team that likes to play like that, you probably already would have tried to play like that, and they haven't. So they may feel like they have to do it, but it might not be something that they really feel is in their wheelhouse. So the Tigers turn the ball over there. Mimi Pyram trying to make a quick move with the shot clock down. Smith comes back in off the bench. Tigers in his own defense, partly to protect Smith from foul trouble. Good closeout by Portante. And we get a jumper off the wing, and it goes. That's a two-pointer.
A big shot for Sutton.
Yeah, good ball movement, and they got an open look. So 24-29 Tigers, 3.5 to go here in the third quarter. Dory trying to back down.
Dory wants a post.
Oh, long jumper by Caitlin Smith doesn't go. Sorry, Wilson. Susie's pushing it. Oh, a runner is going to bank and miss. Portante with the rebound.
Great rebound. Last time down here, Dory really liked the matchup she had, try to get down on that low post, so she tries to get down there again. But I got to tell you, you know, the Smith matchup looks like the one you want to try to use here.
Yeah. Taking their time to sniff it out. Under 10 on the shot clock again, though. Good curl there by Dory. And one! Oh, terrific move coming off the weak side. Erin Dory realizing the shot clock was winding down, and she makes a hard flash, gets the curl down the lane line, going to her strong side, her left hand, and gets pushed on the way up and banks the ball. Makes it a 31-24 ball game with a free throw to come. Terrific play by the senior. Good feed there from the wing by Caitlin Wilson.
You know, that's just the spot where Dory was last time, and almost jumping out of her sneakers wanting the ball. So finding her way back there was a good idea.
Makes the free throw, so the Tigers up by 8, 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they are getting very close to almost ensuring, Patrick, with that, unless they go into a real cold stretch, they're going to get into the 40s. Smith jumping the passing lane, trying to run it down. Can't quite reach it. Good hustle by there, Portante. Oh, and it gets tipped away. And now the Susies are back in transition. Oh, good defense there by Mimi Pyram.
When you can stop that fast break like that, that is a huge asset. And that was a great job by Pyram to stop that.
Tough break there, though. Smith with a great defensive play and just couldn't get the handle. A three-pointer, it's going to go. That's the first three-pointer of the night by Sutton, so that cuts the lead down to 5.
Sutton picking up at midcourt here.
Under 2 minutes to go, about 1:45 here.
Yes.
Oh, foul, yeah, good job there. Good skip passing there by Caitlin. Good foul to get for Sutton because Sarah was going to catch it in a terrifically advantageous position.
What I like about that entry pass, Mike, was it came over to Wilson and she almost didn't even catch it, right? It was in and was gone right away. Don't give that defender down on Sarah Smith a chance to sneak around and front her.
Emily Barbella will come in and give Caitlin Wilson a spell. Oh, Gouldrup with a pull through. Steps back, can't make it go.
Getting a little rest of Sarah Smith here, too.
Yeah, exactly. Portante back in the game, so Smith will get out of the quarter with just the 3 fouls in all likelihood. Oh, good jump there by Portante.
What a game.
Tigers getting out on the break. They got players running. There goes Portante. Good bounce pass. And one! Terrific effort by Liz Portante to run the rim like that, which forced that defender to guard her and opened up the backside for Mimi Pyram, who was also running hard. Great recognition by Erin Dory. She gave it to her late, solid bounce pass. Pyram converts, gets fouled, goes to the line.
Huge.
And hits the free throw. So we talked about it, the Tigers feeling more confident at the line. That's the second three-point play they've converted in a row, and they push the lead back up to 8, 35-27.
One more good stop here would be great going to the fourth quarter. Good defense by Portante, straight up and with that left hand makes it really, really tough for anybody to shoot over you.
Aaron Dory with a good contest on the glass. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Sutton. So the Tigers, with their biggest lead of the game at 8, they've had it a couple times, got a chance to push this to double digits. 54 seconds to go in the quarter. So the Susies will get a possession back here.
Mike, here's that full court pressure we were talking about. See how Littleton handles it. Good call.
Yeah, held ball. Shannon Sturt's in the game and got a little aggressive, looking for a shot there. Was well defended. So a held ball will go over to, I believe this will go to the Susies.
Yep.
The Susies had the ball at the to start the half, but then there was an immediate jump ball that went to the Tigers.
Eight-point lead here. No easy shots, I think, if you're Littleton. No easy threes, no good looks.
They are going to get the ball back. Oh, a miss. Good rebound there by Sturts out to Gouldrup. Tigers will hold for one here. That ball was down and rolled out, so the Tigers can hold for the last possession, up 8.
They need to move here.
Yeah, they don't. There's no 10-second count in girls basketball, believe it or not. They do got to cover some ground.
They want a shot here, right?
Yeah. Up the floor to Gouldrup. Oh, bounced it off her foot. Oh, bounced it off the Susie foot. 2.3 seconds to go.
I would have liked to see that ball move up to the forecourt just a little bit faster than that. This ball's, I would bet this ball's going into Aaron Dory.
Plenty of time to get a shot if you get a couple bounces even. Just going to chuck it. Oh, high off the backboard, no good. But a very good quarter for the Tigers. They push the lead out to 8, and they get to the quarter with Sarah Smith still only having the 3 fouls, which is nowhere near as big a deal as it was in the third quarter. And we will come back with the last quarter of the championship game. The Tigers with a 35-27 lead. Stay tuned right after these messages from LCTV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. 8 minutes left. Littleton up 35-27 in the Division III Central Mass Girls Final game. Probably couldn't be going much better for Littleton. You know, they've already put up 35 points against a team that only gives up 30 points a game, Mike.
Yeah, they got to be happy. They got to feel like they're in I wouldn't say a commanding position, but a position that if you had said to Rick Hastings, hey, up 8 at the end of 3, he said, I'll take it. And they don't give me any other conditions at all. I'll just take it right from there. So let's see if they can keep playing solid and keep being, even push this out. Looking for the post feed to Smith. Good kick out to Gouldrup. Ball's tipped. 15 on the shot clock. Looking for the repost to Smith. Good drive there by Smith. Wilson, and she gets bumped. So that will be the, I believe, the 5th team foul on Sutton, and will give this Tigers a new clock. So that's good. 5 team fouls here early in the fourth quarter. One more, and then they'll be at the limit. And then the Tigers can keep attacking. Gouldrup's going to pull it 3. It goes! Oh! The Tigers up by 11. Gouldrup with a couple of big baskets here in the second half. None bigger than that one.
We were hoping to get 8 or so from her, and it looks like it's coming.
Ooh. Good attack there by number 15 for Sutton. Jenna Gallipo forces a foul on Gouldrup. The Tigers are up 11, and you're going to see kills the first one on the back of the rim and lets it die into the basket. So that'll cut the lead to 10.
You know, Mike, we've been talking about keys to this game, you know, things that Littleton's been doing, what they've been trying to do. But I think Mark Corey, who's on the camera, he probably has the biggest key to success here. And it's Rick Hastings, he pointed out, has taken off his sweater for the second half.
We'll have to ask him if that was part of the game plan or that was just something that he did, an adjustment. Oh, going for Dory in the post to the left hand. Oh, no call. Oh, that's tough. She looked like she got a lot of contact there. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ball got tipped out of bounds by Sutton.
Yeah, no reset there, right?
No, didn't hit the rim.
Another great entry pass, though. I mean, the entry passes from these guards, from Pyram, from Caitlin Wilson, have been outstanding.
Have to throw it all the way out to Pyram, out by beyond the three-point arc. She's going to drive hard. She's got to pull through. Off the front of the rim. Smith contesting for the rebound. Doesn't get it. The Susie's out in transition. Pyram trying to stop the ball. Going to get a kick out. Swing it to the corner. Good closeout by Gouldrup. Smith. Oh, good fadeaway there. Smith couldn't really contest the way she wanted to. Cuts the lead to 8.
There's some full court pressure.
Yeah, full court pressure here. Woodruff goes ball up, and Coach Hastings recognizing that they weren't ready for the press break with the press break, and will call a quick timeout. So with 6:37 to go, the Tigers push the lead out to 11, but a free throw and a basket by the Susies cut the lead back to 8, 38-30 Tigers.
You know, Mike, when you get that full court pressure the way that Sutton just dropped it on there, you really want to see one of your better ball handlers go and physically take that ball, right? Go get that ball. You want to see Erin Torrey go get the ball. You want to see Mimi Pirate go get that ball. I think if they get the ball, Sutton hasn't been in this full court press. We don't actually know how effective it is. And what you really want to do is you just want to see your best players getting that ball and attacking it, see if you can break it. And it feels to me like getting that ball in Dory's hands on a full court break. Once she breaks that first line of pressure, you should have some pretty good wins.
Right, like we talked about, I feel like if Sutton was a good pressing team, they already would have done it. So really, the Tigers are thinking, hey, if we can get in our press breaks and be in control but be aggressive, we might be able to actually get some easy baskets out of it and really put them in the hole. So let's see how they do coming in. Sutton will keep the pressure on coming out of the timeout. So, but the problem is 10 seconds on the shot clock, so that pressure is very effective. Going for the post feed. Good turn and fade. Oh, good shot, but bangs off the back of the rim. Rebound by Sutton. Tigers up 8, trying to retreat onto defense.
I think it's going to be important for the other Littleton players other than Sarah Smith to remember that when they do break the press, they got to keep doing what they were doing in the first half, which is when she shoots, everybody gets to the glass.
Yeah. Ooh. Portante bit on the up fake a little bit and banged a foul out there. No harm there. It's only the third team foul, but it will reset the shot clock. We are just under 6 minutes to go here in the championship game. It is Liz Portante's first foul. Portante playing big minutes with the injury to Scarangella.
Nice
oh,
defense.
Good contest. Oh, nobody got on the glass off the backside, though. Sutton grabs the ball and lays it in. Lead down to 6. Tigers got to settle down here. Arm's going to push. Goes ball up over to Gouldrup. You can see 10 seconds off the shot clock, and they haven't gotten into their offense. Byram puts it down to Portante, looking for the curl to Dory.
There you go.
Pull through, steps through, and oh, it slides off the rim. And the Tigers are going to miss that basket. Oh, good play by Dory. Oh, good job reading it. Oh, great play. Dory avoiding the offensive charge. Sarah Smith with the run and the dive, and a bounce pass and an assist from Dory to Smith, and the lead back up to 8. Sutton comes back and bangs out a 3.
What a game.
Oh, Dory's going to call a timeout here. She got banged a little bit, I think. Needs a moment. She looks like she's going to be okay. But she doesn't want to take a timeout here to just regain her equilibrium.
You know, Mike, I think whoever called that timeout, whether it's Coach Hastings or Dory, this is a really good time to take a timeout. And you want to just reiterate what it is that got you to this point, right? Which is everybody hits the glass. Let's not stand around and watch the Erin Dory, Sarah Smith show. If you're Erin Dory, you can't watch them playing interior defense and not come for the backside for that help, for that rebound. Everybody goes, just keep doing what you're doing and you should be fine.
Right, they've done a good job of not being spectators. They've actively engaged themselves in the action all game long. And you just want them to tell themselves, hey, the only reason we're in the position we're in is because exactly that reason. So there's no reason to stop now. If anything, you know, pick it up and go even faster. You know, especially on the defensive end where you really want to play fast and hard. On the offensive end, if you want to be a little more deliberate and, you know, defer to the better players, that's one thing. But on the defensive end, you want to be playing frenetic, active, aggressive. You know, there's only 3 team fouls. If you give a foul, contesting, or, you know, or something, that's okay. But just make it hard for Sutton to run their offense and go get that ball. Yeah, cover the ground.
These last fourth quarters when the games are tight like this, you know, if you're always on the move, if you're that player that's never given up, the ball has a way of taking funny bounces, long rebounds. People are tired. There's a lot for you to contribute at this point.
Dory pushes the ball up into the forecourt. Looking to roll Sarah down the lane. They didn't give it to her. Pyron pulls through the backside over to Portante. Good post feed there to Smith. Gets her shot blocked. Susie's back out in transition. They are looking to push every time, Patrick. Oh, good hustle there by Smith on the floor. Couldn't come up with it. They're going to call a foul on Mimi Pyron. Good. 14 fouls. That'll reset the shot clock. 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Tigers up 5, 40-35.
Next time Smith gets that ball down this end, I'd really like to see her go back to that one pull-through move, the one dribble. They're doing a really good job of bumping down low. The refs are, not calling it, rightfully so, and it's just bumping her a little bit off her shot right now, and I think they're going to continue to do that. I think there's a good opportunity for her to put one dribble and go down this next time.
Oh, running hook shot there. Cuts the lead to 3. So the Susies with some momentum on their side, playing with the little bit of desperation and the freedom of desperation, and it's working. They got themselves right back in the ballgame. It was a 10-point lead, actually 11 on the three-pointer by Guldrup to open the quarter, but is now down to 3, and the Tigers are struggling to get into offense.
Nice hands, nice hands.
Oh, that's a foul. Good job there by Erin Dory. That's what we talked about, Patrick. It was a high percentage opportunity for Smith. She's usually going to make that, but Dory didn't assume that to be the case, and she crashed the glass and got an offensive rebound, got fouled. That will put them not over, but at the limit, 16 fouls. So a new shot clock for Littleton inbounding under the basket, up 3. Corner 3 by Dory. He's going to sail. Good hustle by Portante. She fades away off the front of the rim. Oh, good hustle by Dory, and she's going to cause Sutton to knock the ball out of bounds. If she doesn't contest over there in the corner, that's an easy pickup for Sutton. But her contest there made him knock it out of bounds. So the Tigers will get a new shot clock, 28. Actually, should be a brand new shot clock. No possession was established after the miss.
I have a feeling we'll be calling Erin Dory's name a little bit more today before this is over.
Oh, block shot. Smith just can't get it up high enough off the glass right now. Susie's pushing. Oh, good hustle by Dory. Can't corral it before it goes out of bounds. 3-point game, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Littleton doing a better job the last 2 times down, getting the look they wanted from Smith, and so we just got to see if they can keep running it. She hasn't been able to convert, but the action is there.
Yeah, Sydney Rogers is doing a pretty good job of defending Sarah Smith, making any shot she has contested and more difficult than Sarah's probably used to. They want that post. They want to get that ball in against Smith.
Oh, no, they're going to call. Who's that on?
Sarah Smith.
Yeah, it's on Hannah Guldrup. That's not on Sarah Smith. It's on Hannah Guldrup. It's important for her teammates to get with her and let her know that. She's only got 3. She's walking around, I think, like she thinks she has 4. We got to let her know that was not her foul. She's only got the 3.
Mike, there's a good lesson there, right? It all evens itself out in the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah. So Sarah Smith.
That easily could have been her 4th.
Yeah.
Let's call it all square and move on.
You know what's funny there? The Sutton coach screwed up. He wanted the foul to be on Sarah, and he was insisting with the refs that it was on 22, and the refs clarified it was on 23, and Sarah heard him. She goes, "Oh, that wasn't on me." They're like, "No." Oh, okay, I feel better right now. So the missed free throw keeps the lead at 3.
Big box out here. They got to get this to miss.
Ball goes down, so it is a 2-point game. Pressure, Portante trying to inbound. Dory comes to the ball, skips it over to Guldrup. Guldrup not looking comfortable, trying to bring up against pressure. She kicks it to Pyram. Pyram's going to push with her left hand. High post feed to Smith.
There's a point.
There you go. The pull through gets fouled. 2 shots. He called it, Pat. Now that time she really had to pull it through because she caught it at the foul line. Didn't really have a chance to, just drop, step, and move. So she attacked, got fouled. So let's see if she can make a couple of free throws here. There's one. 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go.
Sarah Smith makes the first.
Mike, I think that when we ended the first half, right, Sutton had 9, 10 fouls, and now they've got another 6 or 7, right? So
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so Sarah makes bold to push the lead back to 4. Tigers in man-to-man defense. Actually, excuse me, zone defense. Going to pull it in. Oh, good block there by Smith. Goes out of bounds. She thought White actually got a tip on it after, but they didn't. So 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ball out of bounds to Sutton.
I would really like to see her not follow through with those blocks. Straight up, catch the ball.
Good close out there by Portante. Closing out again. Smith got the front on the block. Oh, good tip away. Oh, ball scoots to the weak side. They can't corral it. Another block by Smith. She's hustling for the ball, and she's fouled, and that will be the bonus. So a great block there, and she stayed with the play and went and got the loose ball, and in the ensuing scrum got fouled. She just hit her last 2, which is going right back down the other end to shoot again.
Mike, you know what got lost down in that play too was when that ball went on the ground and scooted across the lane, it was Erin Dory closing out on that player from, I think it was 13, closing out on her from 5 feet out, making it really difficult for her to get anything off. And again, it's like every single possession is going to matter here. Every single play, every single hustle, every single miss is going to matter this last 2:21.
Smith at the line. She got a quick release patch. She doesn't take too much time at the line. Bang, bang, and lets it go, but she's made 3 in a row now. And there's 4, nothing but net, rolling it. 6-point lead, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 4 very big free throws by Sarah Smith.
You know, big possession here for Sutton and big stop for Littleton. This is getting down to crunch time for both teams.
Yeah, if Sutton can't score here, they got to think about fouling and extending the game. Ooh, that close to a double dribble. Oh, Darren Dory with the hustle, just stepped out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 2:04 to go in the ball game.
Make this next shot a tough one for Sutton.
Yeah. Good defense. Shot clock's going to run down here.
Nice closeout by Sarah Smith. She
Another closeout by Portante. Tipped ball. 2-1. They're not going to get it off. Shot clock violation. Tremendous defense by the Tigers. Scrambling across the floor, tipping a few balls. And now with 1:51 to go and a 6-point lead, Sutton's got to start thinking about what's our end-of-game strategy. Because playing for possessions really isn't going to necessarily be the way to get over the top. Tigers thinking one more solid offensive possession or a bunch of free throws, and they're going to be in very good shape. Sutton's going to play this one straight out.
Great job by Mimi to break that press.
Skip to Gouldrup, back out top to Parham, looking for the feet. She's going to drive, kick to Portante, lacing it up.
Yeah!
And it goes! The junior playing big minutes, hits a tremendous wing jumper, a big basket, 8-point lead, and a travel by the Susies as they get in a hurry. And the Tigers lead 46-38. Liz Portante stepping up and letting it fly and knocking it down.
She is just saying, in case you haven't noticed the game I've played, here's just one more for you guys to think about. That is huge.
What a confident play by a player who's played big minutes, but as a reserve, but there's just no getting around it. And now she's being called to play as a starter, and she stepped right into the shot and knocked it down. Tigers taking their time here. Pyram looking to avoid traps. Kicks it back to Dory. No 10-second count kicks in. Much harder to force a turnover. Tigers really not in a hurry at all. They can almost let the shot clock wind down.
Right in, right in.
Oh, almost had it. Smith's going to kick it back out. Under 10, 8, 7. Looking for the high screen. Going to turn the corner, dump it. Foul line jumper. Goes! That might do it, folks. That's a 10-point lead with under a minute to go. The Susies cut it to 2, but the Tigers rally back. 4 free throws by Smith, a jumper by Portante, and another jumper by Smith, and a miss by the Susies. And Rick Hastings will call a timeout. 36.8 seconds to go. A 48-38 lead. The game well in hand. Aaron Dory making sure everybody understands we will celebrate in 36.8 seconds from now and not a moment before.
So for me, what really kind of turned the point and sealed this game, and it was, you know, when the game was on the edge, was that defensive stance they made down here and got the shot clock to expire.
And Sarah Smith, who struggling with the foul trouble on the bench for long stretches, feeling like she wasn't there to help her teammates out, but hits 4 really big free throws. And then Portante and Smith, who you don't really think is wing jump shooters, both knocking 2 shots out, and really got the Susies back on their heels now, saying to themselves, geez, we got to guard them, all of them out there every time. That's a tough prescription. Coach Hastings here, who's had a terrific, he's been a boys coach in Lunenburg and never got this far, didn't get this far with the girls until tonight. They didn't even really make it to the Final Four until earlier this week, and now feeling like he's just a little bit away from cashing it in for these players of his. Inbound to Pyram. Susie's not giving fouls. Oh, they're going to get a turnover, though. No, maybe not. They do get the turnover. But they are under 25 seconds. They're going to pull up, timeout called. So 22.8 seconds. They do get a turnover, 10-point lead, but they're just not going to get enough possessions, Pat.
No, I agree, Mike. And so much of this game turned in the second half. When they came out with confidence. I definitely noticed that the people who you wouldn't typically call your higher scorers on this team, they were catching the ball and they're looking at the basket. In the first half, they would catch the ball and they weren't really threats because they weren't really looking at the basket. And it just opens up everything, right? Hannah makes that big 3. Caitlin with her follow-throughs. We just saw Liz Portante make a basket. And when you get everybody firing on all cylinders like that, especially in a game where you're hanging around and you maybe don't have a right to be where you are, but you find yourself in a pretty good spot, it changes everything. And you're right, the Susies are looking around going, how many kids are out here? How many, who we got to guard next?
Right, when the answer is everybody, then you got yourself a good basketball team, a well-rounded, well-coached basketball team that plays with a lot of confidence. They trust each other. They trust the system that the coaches put in, and they've really executed at a high level. We talked at the beginning of the game was how many points could they score against a very good defensive basketball team, and they are just shy of 50. And I guarantee you, if you asked Coach Hastings, said, if you get to 50, what do you think? He would have said, pretty confident. Oh, they thought it was a turnover. Oh, she's going to travel with it. She thought it was a backcourt violation, and that's it. The Susies are going to sub en masse here. Bring the reserve players in off the bench, and with 16.2 seconds to go, they will effectively concede, and the Tigers, the Littleton Tigers, will be the Division III district champions after an improbable victory in the semifinals. Aaron Dorey throwing in a 35-footer to get him this game. They took advantage, they rode the momentum, and there it is, the final horn. The Tigers storm the floor. Your district champions, Division III, Littleton Tigers. And they run back to the bench to go get their teammate, Lindsay Scarangella, who was injured and has a sore ankle and couldn't make a run out there with her, but they run back. A lot of happy faces there. What a terrific outcome for a great, hard-working team. They had a great year. They were league champions. They actually had a tough stretch after getting the league championship. They went to a tournament in Lowell Catholic over February break and lost 2 games and maybe started to question themselves a little bit, but they rallied back in the last couple regular season games, got themselves on a roll. They got a good draw. They had a bye in the first round. They won a home game. They came down here on Tuesday night. The terrific, dramatic victory at the buzzer by Aaron Dorey, and then they take care of business with a really terrific, well-executed basketball game. There's no doubt about it. They were the better team tonight. Against Mildary, maybe you could ask yourself, geez, were they really the better team, or did they just get lucky? But tonight, there is no question that is the best basketball team in Central Mass in Division III for the girls.
Mike, you made a great comment in there about a well-executed game. You don't know what's going to happen when you come in. You hope that the one thing that doesn't happen is one of your 2 stars gets into foul trouble. It does, and they had a game plan for it, and they executed it to perfection. I would imagine that Coach Hastings is probably as happy as he can be.
No, absolutely. He's happy for the girls. That's the thing. He's a great guy, and he really works so hard to get the girls in a position where he can show them that they can succeed, that there's no reason. You may not, but you can. It's not, will you or won't you? There's too many factors to control to be able to make those types of determinations, but there's no reason not to control the ability to know that you can do it. And he's a great coach. He's done a great job. He's been with the program for now like 6 years, at least 6 years I can remember. And he's been knocking on the door because he's had some talented teams, and now he finally gets a chance to close the deal. So good for them. It was a great win. And with that, we are going to go ahead. We're going to have a quick trophy presentation. You can see Dr. John Harrington, the high school principal, Mike Lynn, the Littleton athletic director, out at center court with MIAA representatives. And you can see the girls, the captains, Lindsay Scarangella and Erin Dory coming out to receive the trophy, backed up by their coach and teammates. And the Tigers will be bringing home. It's been a great stretch for the last several years for a variety of Littleton Tiger sports teams, but the trophy case has been filling up year after year with those nice hardwood MIAA, the silhouette of Massachusetts. They're huge. We're going to need another wall somewhere in that high school at the rate we're going right now. You can see him holding the banner, the MIAA championship banner under the basket. See assistant coach Beth Steele and assistant coach Stephen Gentili out there helping celebrate the terrific program victory.
Mike, I got to believe if you're Coach Hastings and you look at the seniors you have, you might be thinking, maybe I'll come back again. Maybe you and I can make a date to come back here a year from now.
All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us. It was 2 terrific nights down here at the Neller Center at Clark University. Well worth the road trip. We'd like to thank Mark Rory for putting that together, the program director at LCTV. And thanks everybody for coming out, and we'll be join us again for our next Littleton Tigers athletics broadcast on Littleton Community Television. Thank you.